Why are the rich buying land in the US like never before? Why are so many folks like you and me, many living paycheck to paycheck, scrambling to grab a few acres? What do they know that you and I don't? The answers might shock you. Deep down, people sense something is coming. Do you feel it too? The economy's unstable, the dollar keeps shrinking, inflation chops through savings, and political division rips this country apart. Supermarket shelves thin out, water costs more than gasoline, national power grid cyber attacks have become commonplace, and we're one crisis away from total societal meltdown. The wealthy know this. That's why they're locking down millions of acres. Ordinary families feel it too. Even if they can't explain it, land is security, land is survival. And when the systems that we depend on break, the only people safe are the ones standing on ground they own. If you don't see it yet, you will. The rush for land isn't just about investment, it's about survival. And the clock is ticking. Take a look at who's buying land right now, starting with the ultra-rich. Jeff Bezos controls nearly 500,000 acres across the US, including tens of thousands in Texas, where he tests rockets. His Miami estate sits on Indian Creek Island, where neighbors pay $100 million just to live next door. Bill Gates owns 275,000 acres of farmland nationwide. His latest buy, 8,080 acres in Washington for $131 million. Software made him rich, but farmland may make him untouchable. Elon Musk holds over 4,400 acres in Texas for Tesla factories, SpaceX operations, and his planned Starbase city. Musk isn't just buying land, he's buying launch pads to the future, aka Mars, aka land off planet. And Mark Zuckerberg has turned Kauai into his private fortress, more than 2,300 acres with tunnels, tree houses, and a futuristic, post-apocalyptic doomsday bunker. Locals see secrecy, he sees security. These dudes aren't buying land for luxury, they're buying it for control, for protection, for the future, and the scale of their investments tells us one thing: they know what's coming and they're preparing for it. But here's the real story. It ain't just the billionaires. Ordinary families, small investors, even people like you and me, some living paycheck to paycheck, are buying land too. Why? Because whether you're a tech titan or a school teacher, the truth is the same. They aren't making any more land. And as populations stagnate, savings erode, AI makes humans expendable, and uncertainty deepens, people are realizing one thing: land is stability, land is survival, the one asset that holds its ground while everything else feels like quicksand. And so I got a question for you. Do you own raw land? Have you ever bought or sold land, made a profit from it? Now, would you consider it? For a lot of people, it starts small, like a quarter acre or a half acre to build a cabin on for the weekends, just a quiet place to escape. See, there's something powerful, man, about walking through woods that you own, knowing no one can bother you. It's your little piece of the earth. So, let me know in the comments if you identify with this feeling. By the way, if you like this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. That small act lets us know that we're doing a good job for you, and it also helps us grow. Also, if you want to find out about how to get yourself some land in the easiest way possible, check us out at lotsofsunshine.com. And here's what makes land so special. It's not like the stock market. It isn't traded daily. It doesn't rise and crash with Wall Street. Land is in a class of its own. Stable, tangible, and real. And while it might be true that raw land doesn't cut you a check every month, the opportunity is what matters. You can grow on it, you can lease it, you can develop it, or you can simply hold it. With land, you control the upside. And the uses are endless. Farming, ranching, grazing, timber, mining, and even now there's this new trend, land B&B. Imagine just buying yourself 5 acres and then renting it out as a private camping spot. People pay simply for the peace of being away from the noise. Even traditional money managers are catching on. They're advising clients to diversify into land, not just raw acreage, but commercial and residential too. Why? Because land has consistently delivered strong returns, often around 10% a year, and it doesn't stop there. See, land opens the door to new opportunities: wind and solar farms, short-term and long-term rentals, and the most vital human resource of all, water. Beneath most land lies the water table. You know, when oil was discovered, it wasn't oil that they were drilling for, it was water. So today, bottled water sells for like $10 a gallon, making it more valuable than gasoline. Land with water is more than valuable. It's essential. The opportunities in land, man, the wealthy understand this. Bill Gates grows potatoes that end up in McDonald's French fries. Jeff Bezos owns farmland to the tune of 165,000 acres in Texas alone. But here's the twist. They don't even farm it themselves. They lease it to actual farmers. In fact, nearly 40% of America's farmland is farmed by people who do not own it. Foreign investors even hold about 30 million acres, which is about 2% of U.S. farmland. That's the size of Pennsylvania. But that means that the overwhelming majority of land is available for Americans who see the opportunity. And with global demand rising, U.S. crops and resources only become more valuable. Now let's talk costs. The average acre in the U.S. is about $14,000. Smaller parcels may run $16,000 all the way up to $80,000 per acre. But when you buy larger tracts, hundreds or thousands of acres at a time, that price can drop to just a few $100s per acre. And remember, land is real estate, and real estate is hyperlocal. Prices vary, but one thing never changes. An acre is always 43,560 square feet, which is about the size of 1.3 football fields. Oh, and here's another benefit. Tax perks. Interest on land loans can often be deducted as investment interest. Now, I'm not a CPA, but it's a real advantage worth exploring. At the end of the day, land is one of the most consistent and flexible assets you can own. It holds its value, it provides options, and it gives you something no stock or bond ever could. Peace of mind and a piece of the future. So, no matter how you use the land, land's value is the land itself. Just holding the land while others continue to buy it up increases the demand for property, which increases the value. Look, I think we're in the middle of another land rush. You can ignore it if you want, but that won't stop the world from changing dramatically. AI is here, weaving its way ever more into our lives. And the ultra-rich who, let's face it, have the insider knowledge, they have let us know what their priority investments are. It's land. You can either watch it happen or be part of it. And by the way, before inflation kicks up prices another 10% or more, if you're looking for land, maybe check us out at lotsofsunshine.com or give me a call at 954-639-4938. Also, if you want to avoid scams when buying land, I made this video for you sharing the top 5 scams I encountered when buying land that nearly ruined me. Check it out now. Bye, y'all.